Run the the four of you stuck in the wine room. But thankfully, your new companion, Astrid, managed to find a way out. Back to warn you all. Run before heading that way. Grabbed the portable hole. You guys managed to destroy all the wine weirds. Um, However, when you got to the only way out, the room that was still rapidly filling with wine, you figured out that your two dragonborn are just a bit of the pipe. So, using her spell of her last level, whatever spell it is for polymorph, on Torin, Astrid turned him into a turtle, let him swim out.
Asteria.
Asteria, my bad. Why do I keep thinking you're at Asteria? I'm bad with names.
You're good.
Brain. Asteria. And swimming around. Meanwhile, your two companions who did not get stuck in the wine room, decided to start more without you guys. Decided to not really go near the three zombie heads that seem to be sticking through a door attached to a bit, and instead proceeded down the steps. As the three in the others left in the wine trap were trying to get out. Now, Dovit decided to use all of his grit and determination to force himself into that hole by breaking and dislocating one of his arms right at the shoulder, the collarbone, so that he could fit his neck and wiggle his body through the tight pipe. The nightmare of anybody who has any even light claustrophobia. This would be the worst nightmare. He slowly but surely he was wiggling through. Every moment was causing him pain, and anytime he got touched by anything else, he had the chance of falling unconscious from the exertion. But eventually he got to the point where the wine was flowing. And while Torin, now in the other room, used a gust spell to keep the wind going into that room, because it would have potentially compromised the salt pentagram that was on the floor. That he figured that'd be a very bad idea if that thing gets compromised. I don't know what's going to happen if it does. But since those four are currently more safe than they have been the longest time, we're going to go checking in on the other two, Michael and Erda, down in the other. And hold tight, the rest of you who aren't going to be able to do anything right now. Sorry.
There we go.
Alright, guys. Am I coming through okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. So, description of what you're looking down at again. Two hulking figures stand in alcoves along this long hall, which would be this hall over here, facing each other. Armor is bulged, and they wear bucket helms. Its iron collars around their necks are connected by a spiked chain that reaches across the corridor.
Yep. More or less, I'm just going to sneak and
Well, wait.
step in, make sure I don't trip any wires or anything like that.
Well. Before we do that, there's actually the plaque on the wall.
That's what he was going for.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
gonna.
okay,
I was gonna
okay,
go over here and read that.
Okay.
Good man. And I will pull that up for you in 1 second. I just have to flip back a couple pages because the floor you're on is like area 41 in the book, and that plaque is part of 7. So that's many pages back.
Oh.
All right. It's the third warning. So let me find that.
Oh,
for you.
joy.
I'm gonna
Third warning.
put your inventory and you can read it out. So it's gonna appear with the rest of the
If I get it too, or just.
Uh, just Erdan at the moment, I think. Can you see it?
All
Is it
right.
in your? Is it in your under your handouts?
Oh, and the handouts. You said inventory first. Which one would it be in? The 9 goats.
Uh, yeah. I think it should be. Yeah.
And for X1.
Oh,
Third.
third.
Yeah, right there.
So as Michael stands there, looking back between you and the corridor, you are done. Stand there reading.
I'd just walk back over to him and repeat. Said, walk through water with weapon in hand. Slake your shit with the font. Vulture is the first step. Write the gods. Walls of history tell all.
Gotta love a good riddle. Interesting.
But for as far as trying to get back with our group, I'm not so hopeful that we're getting any closer to them. Really don't want to get super far away, just the two of us.
Yeah. There's no telling what kind of treachery and chaos is waiting for us down here.
Yeah. So we can happen. Just wait a little while. If there's no sign of him after a amount of time, then we'll just have to press on. But
Let's back up to the door. Maybe if time has passed that it possibly has opened. Although haven't really heard much of a sound from up there, but it's worth a shot at least. Okay.
yeah, I'll just end my turn. I guess and as we just kind of go back up, that way you don't have to keep switching between voice channels and floors.
Uh, so it's my turn. So let's see, how far can I?
Oop. Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. You're out of turn order. It doesn't matter. I mean,
Oh, okay.
traditionally a turn
So
is
we'll
6 seconds, and this is far more than 6 seconds anyway. So, but so we're taking a little
True.
liberty on that in the first place. But yeah, this is we ended when Dovit was no longer stuck in Eternal.
Gotcha. So I don't
Because
have
there
to.
was
We
no
don't have to
immediate.
actually move
Yeah.
like.
Right. You don't have to think about
Gotcha. So
movement.
we
You don't
don't
have
have
to.
to move like 30 feet at a time. All that. Yeah.
Correct. You're just deciding what you're gonna do next with the information you just gleaned on that plaque and from what you're seeing around you.
Okay. So we'll just go back up then.
All right. Oh, please stop moving your tokens.
Oh, sorry.
Because you moved past the stairs.
Oh.
That over there is
My
down
bad.
to it's down to the next floor.
Oh. Whoops.
There you guys are.
Just
We can move.
so we'll just kind of sit over here by this door.
Yeah. So how long exactly do you
Sounds
plan
good.
on waiting? I just want to ballpark it because I don't know the rest of the party is going to start deciding to do.
Should we do like a short rest? Can we do that right here?
Sure.
Uh,
Short rest minimum an hour.
again.
So yeah.
Okay. I could use it anyway to cover my hit points.
Yeah, but hold off on that. Okay. But But
Yeah, yeah,
we'll
no
be
worries.
playing a short rest, but if anything interrupts you, which I'll let you know if it does, might forestall your.
True, true.
And I think it's about an hour and a half away.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
so
The rest of dealing with the wine problem.
Oh, welcome back.
The wine is no longer for the room the rest of you guys are in. Dovit, however, is still kind of trapped in the pipe, but he's no longer in danger of drowning. He's just in pain from that fractured and dislocated.
I want to go ahead and just do dancing lights so we can see this room again. These out. So I can put that one on the pillar.
And I'll read the description again.
Out the other one.
This. The air here reeks of sulfur and brimstone. On the floor of this chamber, a pentagram traced in salt surrounds an ornate sarcophagus, its lid covered with figurines of prancing frog-like humanoids. Where did Torin go? I'm not seeing his token.
I think I'm on top of him.
Ah, you are.
that was your old character.
Shut up.
Go.
Anyway, Run, are you staying in the pipe or are you coming out?
So Torin is, or not Torin, but Novid is pretty much out of danger's reach, right? Not dying in the pipes, right?
Correct.
Okay, then yes, that was his main concern. He'll move out of the way so that
Oh, I forgot to give you this guy's handout a while ago, by the way. That's the green devil face that you've seen more than once now.
Lovely.
What's that?
Looks
Remind me
so
of
inviting.
Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah.
my.
So Dovit very slowly through. You're gonna need another Constitution saving throw as you get up to the curve. Cat is laying across from mouse bed.
No. He does not have to make a con save because now that Run is from the wine and he can speak now, Dove is going to shrink a size.
Well, he still has to do the Constitution
As-
saving throw because of the pain, but he's no longer stuck. Because the shrinking size isn't going to magically heal his arm.
Actually, and unfortunately, if he was to use the shrink, though, it lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah. But as I said, it's not going to heal. He still has to roll.
I know. I got it.
With modifier a 9.
You're feeling very woozy from the constant throb, even as you shrink down a size, basically making it very easy for you to get through this. What do you wish to do, David?
I'm gonna try and I'm gonna move through the best this way, I believe.
I'll move one of the lights into the tunnel so he can see it.
You size Dragonborn.
Well, he wouldn't really be dwarf-sized, but yeah.
Then, Dovin, in pain, speaks to Run in Gnomish. Thank you, friend.
Yeah, I wanted to do it earlier, but this crazy chaos makes things irritating.
Okay, I understand. He grabs his shoulder, starts breathing and wincing. Kneel onto a knee.
And Captain, my captain, we could use your clerical expertise over here, please. You know, that just did not come out right.
Listen, I do not look good in a pencil skirt. I'm not a secretary.
Albeit the drugs of that.
I'm telling you right now, they're never mind. I'm not finishing.
Stary is gonna come over to Dovit and take a look at his shoulder. I try to make a medicine fit before we heal it.
All right. Roll me a medicine check.
You might want to grab some light on too.
Yeah, I'll. Oh fuck! I don't think I have anything in my inventory that I could give him, but I have like a.
Water skin.
I have one thing that kind of left in his inventory from way back when that may help with the pain a little bit. As he had a couple of them. He pulls out a flask with a rather good smell. Well, how since the Feywilds now?
A while.
Yeah, it's been weeks, I think.
So I don't know if it's turned to more alcohol or rotten, but he does have a the last vial or the last flask of that smell or that hash juice, as we called it.
Potential egg.
I guess.
Ooh.
We just remember that it was I think it was just some sort of juice that made everyone happy. I don't think we called it eggnog.
Yeah, because I'm trying to remember what it was now. It's been a while.
Because I have it listed as happy juice.
That covers a lot of ground, sadly.
Well, as it
but that's
that it was a
Okay.
so it could potentially be alcoholic by now.
Probably not very
Without
good alcohol.
No, maybe not, but it might still be potent enough.
good enough to numb the pain a little, but
Or
I
make
don't.
him at least not care.
Given his earlier Constitution saving throw, I don't think he could keep an unknown drink down. I think you'd immediately throw it up. Since he already
That
rolled
was
badly on his con check.
that was an 18 medicine to set his arm, regardless. So
Right. Yeah, I think again, given that Constitution saving throw set from the pain at his arm, he is alive. He's
after
not
I
stuck
set
in
his
that pipe
arm,
anymore.
I'll unleash 2 of the, or okay, we're gonna do 3 of the cure wounds spells from the Ring of Spell Storing. That would be 15 plus. Gotta get my d8s here.
That works because I am very limited on spell slots right now.
That's why I'm using the Ring of Spell Storing. That's would be 29 points of healing.
All right. Which helps knit David's arm back together. You can see the bones reshaping, and the arm that you set just fixing itself back in place, so it's not even all that loose. Probably allow him to sleep peacefully for now if you want to leave him that way.
Yeah, and after doing that, I'll also cast the Mass Cure Wounds on everybody.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Alright, 15 points of healing to everybody.
Looks like everybody in the room is going to have a bay.
And as the healing energy washes over Run, you just see him slump back against the wall.
Take it you guys
As
are going to attempt a short rest as well?
I don't need it, but if the rest of y'all do, then go for it.
That's up to you guys. What do you guys wish to do? Do you guys wish to take a short rest here for now that you've got a meter, or do you wish to continue to look around this room? What do you wish to do?
Dover doesn't have much of a choice.
This is true.
Yeah, Run is kind of running on fumes. Because before the mass heal, he was down to 15.
If we are doing a short rest, then I will also do Song of Rest.
Okay. Start playing Song of Rest. People start relaxing. About 10 minutes from the time that this all started, that you guys went in there and triggered that spell. You hear. No, wait. Is it 10 minutes or is it an hour? Give me 1 second. Need to look at the page. I was on the right.
Anyone who rolls hit dice.
Yeah. Once you hear 10. Sorry, guys, no healing yet. Once 10 minutes. You hear a thunk coming from the direction of the wine room, and you two out here in this hallway see a cascade of wine come pouring out from this hallway, start dripping down over the side.
Joy, that's great.
But you do not see spilling out.
That could be a good thing or a bad thing. They could still be trapped, still inside the room, but the only way we can find out for sure is if we try to investigate.
He's definitely going to investigate.
Yeah, and you guys basically just heard
Yeah.
a kerchunk and a bit of a weird rushing, and now it's quiet except for the music being played.
Say how long I have to play this for it to work. So does it have to be for the full short rest, or can I?
I think the short rest, like you basically your short rest of things is you're quietly playing during the entire thing.
Okay. Stay on the shore of the Song of Rest, then go back into the room to see what that sound was. I'm gonna guess it was the door opening, but
Okay, so the
check it out.
so effect of the if you guys decide you want to continue to do a short rest at the moment, then Song of Rest does not continue, but we'll see. As Hysteria leaves the room, do your dancing lights have to stay within a certain range of you?
I'm not sure. Let me see.
I
Because if
think
not, the two
against
Dragonborn won't be able to see
the
in that room anymore.
I think the range is 120 feet.
The bonus action can move 60 feet. Yeah, the range is 120.
That's a casting range. Does it say anything about them having to stay within a certain range of you?
No, it just says have to
Okay,
stay
then they can.
within 20
Then
feet
you,
of each other.
okay, then they can stay with. They can stay in that. You can move on without any of them, or you start dragging them along if you bring any of them with you.
No, I'll just leave them in the room so they can all see. I'll come back into the room.
All right. Yeah, you see wine has been draining out, and this door is now open.
Walk over to the door. If I see Erdon or Michael.
Gerda and Michael, did you come investigate after the wine started trickling instead of flowing?
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. I didn't know if Michael was wanting to finish up his short rest or.
Yeah, because it's been another 50 minutes of resting to get a full short rest. In fact, longer than that, because you probably were wandering around for 5 minutes, and this would be 5 minutes after that. And so you basically just sat down, like, started thinking, and suddenly the trap fixed itself.
Yeah.
Guess I'll tag along. I don't want him to go by himself, so I won't get. But at least we get to see whether or not our companions are still alive or not. Hopefully, they're still alive. Oh,
As I see Erdon, just hi.
Everyone else okay? What?
Oh, whoops! I just realized I forgot something. Hold
You
on.
see my fur just stained pink.
Forgot about that. Oop. Sorry about that. That's what. Oh, that is on GM layer. Duh. Anyway. Sorry, I was just playing around. Continue, please.
Um. So it was intense.
Where is everyone else?
So, did anybody else survive?
Follow me. I'll go back leading them.
Okay.
The same.
Actually, is still some wine. Well, actually, no. All the wine is drained out currently. It needs to refresh by tomorrow at another point. Never mind. But it is probably damp.
Before I hear.
I hear silence. Anyway. So you guys come out to that tunnel and find the room that I've described a few times now.
Yeah.
Right now we're not crossing the vault case.
What would that do?
We're not entirely sure, but at room just in case.
Anything.
Yeah, don't touch anything.
Well, it's good to see that everybody survived for the most
While
part.
Dobit's just slumped over on the floor.
Well, that's why I said for the most part.
And the
can
four
see
of
he's
the four of them all have
Yeah.
wine stained clothing.
That's not. Ah, yes,
Yeah.
the
Same color for the
pentagram in the
thing, though.
middle of the room. Yeah, let's not touch. That doesn't look good.
Every time we touch a sarcophagus, something bad happens.
Yeah, and there wasn't any plaques or anything from what I remember from the other room, right? Trying to remember from
Just
when
the
they
one
were
you
all in
found
there.
after the fact. We talked about the gravity loop.
Oh, right. That's right.
So now do we get a short rest?
And Donald just kind of watch.
We
I mean, Dovin kind of passed to say here.
we could try a long rest.
We did. I don't. Actually, no, I can do Lehman's tiny hut. So
That would at least let us recover. Well, I have. All of you have to use these and things that need to recharge?
I am so down on spells. It's not even funny.
Yeah, then probably wouldn't be a bad idea. And it'd be nice to heal up a bit more from my wounds from burning myself with acid on accident.
Yeah, we're not
Dovin,
sure how long Dova's going to be out like this.
Dovin is out of rages as well.
Okay. Does Run, do you still have that scroll by chance?
Hey, you see the note. You see Run. Look over to Dovid as you see
By the way,
a
Dove.
version
Yeah, I was
of
about to say, that's the other thing about Dovid. I don't think that Run would have released the spell given the tightness of that pipe. Dovid would also be size.
That's true. So that would be. Yeah, we would have noticed that as well. That would have been. That is quite odd, too.
Yeah, so I'll start doing the Damon's tiny hut. Of like in one of the corners, so like it won't affect the salt circle whenever I put it.
The whole time she's doing her casting.
Did you say you're doing short rest or attempting a long rest?
I think the long, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
let everybody recover fully on their on their spells and abilities and whatnot.
While we're doing that, like before we go to sleep, I'll it a still got a third level since I used 3 levels. I'll put a third level cure wounds into the ring. It's got 2 first levels and 1 third level.
All right.
And while we're resting, can that scroll that he had, can I learn any of those spells that's on it by chance?
If he used the scroll,
Oh,
it's
oh,
gone.
oh, oh! I think I know what he's talking
Or the
about.
book, I'm sorry, the book. The spell book that you had.
If they're in your school of study, yeah.
Let's see. Just a second here.
Because it had some good ones in there though. We're like, that is something we really need. I was like, if I can use that and learn at least one of those, that would be, for now, that would be amazing.
Yeah, everybody
I was
needs to left around
Over
because once
here.
I cast this, and nothing can pass in or out of it once it's cast.
True. That is a good point.
So
No, only the spellcaster is stuck in there. Anyone else can enter and leave as long as they have the spellcaster's permission.
oh,
Okay.
If the spellcaster
oh,
leaves
okay.
the tiny hut goes away.
yeah, creatures and objects within the dome when you cast the spell can move through it freely. All other creatures and objects are barred from passing. That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah.
All right, so Grizz, the spell book.
Where'd you get this one again?
Run.
What?
The spell book.
Continue. I'm waiting.
found it. Yeah, I was just going to say we found it earlier. I think just a little bit before we went into the wine.
It was the dead
With
wizard.
the body with the hoof hands.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
and
Then I
the spells were alarm, comprehend languages,
Okay.
detect magic.
No, I
Expeditious
thought you were asking
retreat.
me because you didn't have a list of the spell. You couldn't find the list of the spells.
No, I was going to say how long would it run to the spell?
How much paper do you have?
Oh, Run's a researcher. He has he can.
What does it say in your in
So,
your statistics then? Because
uh,
what I know about these is from Wizards, where it takes X amount of money of ink, or special ink and paper, and plus X amount of time per spell. I
Yeah,
don't know
I th-
about others who can learn them.
okay, let's see. See, for Arcane Trickster, it doesn't say that. It just says that I can learn spells from the wizard class.
Does it specifically say that you can learn them from spell books, though?
That it does not.
Because if it's not, then it's treated like sorcerer, bard, or anything. You accumulate these spells over time and can only learn them at level up.
Because there are.
That's why wizards are a special class.
All right. So in that case, then the book is pretty much worthless to run except to so.
Well, but I'm a wizard, so that's why I was asking about it.
Yeah. I'm just saying it's worthless to run.
Oh, right. I gotcha.
Because Run can cast what he can as an arcane trickster and as a warlock. But nothing more, so unless it's from scrolls. So he'll give the book to old boy there. Give me just a second. We'll
Alrighty.
So sleeping, run, it is.
and then the spells.
Ooh, nice.
Can everyone who's sleeping please type type yes in chat so I can count up?
Aradon doesn't need to sleep, so.
Um,
Or
Since-
meditating, basically not doing anything.
He's taking watch for right now. I think he's going to
Yeah.
wait for his 4 hours at the end.
Okay.
Well, Floof doesn't need rest, so he can stand watch all night.
He's going to hold off doing all of my spells, feeling something's about to happen. Well, not like I can get into the dome anyway. Hopefully.
what would it take to learn magic since it's at 3rd level?
Again, what does it say in the wizard handbook about transcribing a spell?
Where would I find that?
It should be in.
Yeah, be in your class. I believe it's an hour plus 50 gold per
spell
level to inscribe it. Yeah.
50 gold. Darn, I only have 120, so I can't do that one.
Yeah, because you
That
don't
would've-
have the supplies necessary.
Yeah, I only have 120 gold. Dang it.
Money in the party fund.
Dovet does.
He has a party fund.
Yeah,
but
the
he's
problem
not
the problem
working
is
right now.
the problem is you didn't get any of the components you need. It's not the gold; it's the gold amount of materials, and you guys don't have any of the materials necessary for transcribing spells. I take it because if the wizard doesn't already have them on him,
It's 50 gold pieces per level.
Well, don't have the gold on me, so
As I said, it's
okay.
not gold. It's the materials. You don't have materials on you. You're in a dungeon where you can't get it. You don't have access to them either.
Oh, like a pen and paper?
Special pen and paper that you.
Special ink, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
special pen and paper.
Yeah.
that also does remind me that there was a vial of ink that Run found on the wizard. That was
Alright.
magical.
So there, you might have part
That's
of your
right.
components, but you'd still need the paper.
As a researcher, Run always has good paper, but
But there's good paper and there's special grimoire paper.
yeah. The wizarding paper he may not have the specific
Gotcha.
parchment.
Yeah.
Darn.
Can you still cast them out of that spell book though, instead of like
No,
transcribing them
you need
into?
wizards specialize to the point that you need their own spellbook. You need to copy them over, transcribe them, and learn them from there. It's kind of like the point of a wizard.
Yeah.
You can transcribe, but you can't use
Unfortunately.
another spellcaster's spellbook.
Never
Yeah,
played a wizard,
unfortunately.
so wouldn't know.
All right, well, there's your for a bit.
I need.
All
Got
right.
headphones in. Yeah.
During your rest, while the others are doing whatever they're doing during your long rest, you start hearing and you start seeing images, horrible images of death, decay, especially ones of the what if that butler had been slightly faster, you had been slightly slower, and instead of diving into a room that filled with wine, that you got crushed utterly instead. And other images of you never finding a way out of that room, or of Dovit getting trapped in that pipe, and a similar fate befalling him. All sorts of terrible, horrible images of death filling your head.
Lovely. Would I know any magical reason why I would be dreams?
Roll an Arcana check. Soon, you hear whispered in your head among these images. Soon.
He's 16.
There's probably something evil contacting your mind.
I continue so with the.
Soon the new god shall rise, and you all will die. All of the rest of divinity will die. Nothing will stop this new god of death and destruction. Do you respond in any way to this voice?
I'll ask who this new god is.
Till there they get a name. But I will serve them. Now, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That would be a 12.
Give me 1 second. My cat is winding in and out in front of me. He's like, I want to know what you're doing. And so he's blocking my path from things. Not letting me roll my dice.
I'm honestly surprised. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that mine's not trying to crawl all over me right now.
Can you give me a 1d10? Oh, never mind. It really doesn't matter. You fall into a deeper sleep for an amount of time where nobody, even if something bad happens in the room with you, will be able to wake you for a while. But they probably won't even notice. Back to the rest.
Hey, quick question. Do I still get my spell slots and things
Yes, you
back?
do. Everything's good.
Okay, I'll go ahead and up those then.
I went ahead and just did a full rest since there wasn't any reason to try to do anything with the spell book for now.
Little guy, get off my book, please. I need to move the page. No, don't circle. No. No. Oh, you're too cute to move. I'll do it digitally.
Hey, Chris,
Yeah.
I do have a question.
Yes.
How long do you think it might be before we have another level up?
Unknown.
Ah, darn.
Hmm.
Because I was going to ask you about a certain boon that might actually make spell book worth runs while.
Yep, but it's one of those things, unless you level up again.
Yep.
Fix.
All right, so basically, so that unless they want to keep watch, Floof doesn't need rest, so he could stand watch all
Alright.
night,
So
or the
yeah,
whole
okay.
time that we're
Yeah.
resting.
Yeah, your entire rest period. Uh, your group starts waking up. Give me perception checks.
Boy.
Why does that scare me?
Does that include?
Give me a perception check.
That was a
I didn't
bad
know if
perception
Dovit was
check.
still passed out or not.
Well, you would probably only be passed out for a couple of minutes, seeing that everyone sleep, and then go to sleep yourself. If you're passing that, you'd have serious health problems. But basically, you're just passed out temporarily because of the pain. It's just it
Okay.
doesn't last for very long.
Okay.
And this is like 8-10 hours later, so yeah. All right. So Torin, and Run, sometime like basically after your long rest is ended, it's a new day. Or you're pretty sure if Race Circadian it's probably a new day. You're hearing sounds echoing from somewhere in the wine room, most likely. Like people moving around in there. Something happening. The sounds of chip, 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 crink, clink. And it sounds like some annoyed muttering, but it's whatever language or words that are being spoken are too indistinct to tell. Only that there are some kind of muttering going on in there.
Okay. Run will turn to Floof and
And if it's been
With a
it's been
mental-
over 8 hours, that also means that Dovit's back to his normal size.
yes. Run will turn to Floof and with a mental command, they both nod to each other as Floof turns invisible because he is in his closet form.
All right.
And you see a glazed look come over Run's eyes as Floof is all right. I need eyes through Floof, please.
No, you don't. Not unless I moving the tokens in unless you guys actually decide to go back in there. Floof flies in. I'm just gonna describe it as theater of the mind. Floof
Okay.
flies in invisibly into that room, and sees two strange dwarf figures, the sarcophagus, basically picking up the pieces that are left soaked in wine on the floor and seem to be rebuilding it. Like there's a third one coming in from the tunnel, carrying pieces, and you're hearing. Floof can hear scraping sounds coming from that direction, indicating there's probably more, or at least more out in that tunnel, sounding like they're cleaning the tunnel up. And this other one's just bringing in pieces of another sarcophagus. And now 3 of them, these dwarf figures, are currently engaged in repair work, fixing the sarcophagus in that room that you guys broke. And they're like muttering at each other in what sounds like Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish?
Let me check. Languages. No, not.
All right.
However, that said, run cast comprehend languages. Although,
And just to remind you,
if I'm going to
because
do,
this is what you say. Did that pop out?
yes,
All right.
yes,
So,
we.
so this is what you're seeing in that room right now. Several of them,
Oh,
at least
boy.
4.
Kind of looks like the undead.
Mhm. Yeah, and you can hear
Well, I
them.
mean, it is tomb dwarf.
Yeah, they are kind of muttering at each other, going, "Ugh, there's not even any bodies to clean up. They must have used the escape or warped out of here. At which point they're in the oubliette." It's like, I can't believe they destroyed the sarcophagus. Withers is not going to be pleased about this repair. Usually it's just scrub work and body removal. It's usually not repairing this thing. And they're setting about cleaning.
Okay.
Now that they've repaired the sarcophagus, they are busy cleaning the tomb.
So what does my 91 on the chaos scale get?
What? Oh, that's right. You cast comprehend languages. Yeah.
Comprehend since he does dwarven.
No idea. You just feel a
Oh,
warm
no.
tingling in your chest, but for the next minute, it'll be okay if something really terrible happens to you.
Well then, okay.
But it only lasts for a minute.
All right, so I run. There's things that I encountered before. When we first came in here, uh, they they are in there cleaning the. I mean, they're actually cleaning the tomb, and apparently, the answer to another master. Someone's in
They have
charge
a-
here.
Interesting. So they have a master, huh?
Well, but the question is, who's the master? Because this tomb was here a long time before that deathmonger came about.
Unless the master is a reincarnation, or unless the deathmonger is a real master.
Um, well, you have to realize this is the tomb of the gods. And he points over to the sarcophagus in the middle of the um, pentagram there. Like that one there might be one of them.
Hmm. It's
As
quite
Asteria
possible.
wakes up, she'll cast the dancing lights again, just so we're able to see. The rest of y'all will probably notice she's got bags under her eyes, and she's just not. It's like she's not feeling it this morning.
What's wrong, Asteria?
A really, really awful something about we're all going to die whenever a new god is born.
Sounds ominous.
Yeah, I kind of myself die and move it and Warren, not a good night's sleep.
Oh boy, that's not good at all.
No, it isn't.
All right, so I'll have that interaction with the dwarves. He'll recall Floof back, and the glazed look goes away. And then Run starts to look around the room.
You'd probably notice Asteria's condition at this point.
Ah, well,
Just in case, I'll go ahead and cast Death Ward again on the three closest to me, which would be Torin, Michael, and Run. And you each get a kind of like half-hearted boop on the nose.
Dovit walks over to Asteria and hands her a ration. You need to keep your energy here.
Yeah. And she'll kind of eat the ration.
I do have to ask, Grizz, the manga leaves, what exactly do they do? Yes, the plant. M and G.
Yeah, I know. I heard you. I'm just
Okay.
flipping to the page.
I think it was whenever it's brewed into a tea, like you heal a little bit.
The dried leaves of a manga bush can be ground, dissolved in liquid, heated, and ingested. A creature that ingests 1 ounce of the leaves in this fashion regains 1 hit point. But if they ingest 5 ounces of the leaves in a 24-hour period, not only do they not gain any additional benefit, but if they fail a Constitution saving throw, they will fall unconscious. It's a very medicinal plant, but it's yeah, it's the same thing if
Yeah,
you take too much
it's
opiates in the real world.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was just curious because I have 3 of those, and I couldn't recall exactly what they did.
They're
I knew
medicinal.
that they were. Yes, I didn't know if they what kind of medicine though. Was the question, so that's the reason I was asking.
Yep. Just keep munching. Kind of like staring off into space, remembering the dream.
Yeah, how much longer do we have in this hut?
Also,
Probably would be
something.
over by now.
Okay, Grizz. One other thing. The dead wizard that he got the spell book from, he also got a journal from, but I am going to assume that they did not make it this far.
No, they did not.
Okay. So no notes in the
Darn. That would have been handy.
yes. All right, so Run will pull out a quill and he will open the wizard's journal and he will pick up where the wizard left off as he, I guess, should investigation check for this room.
Go for it. Give me 1 second. I'm checking something. Sorry. Sometimes information is scattered between several pages.
Yeah.
I hate that.
Oh, I know.
All right. So you
And
first discover you're carefully looking for this in this room. And I imagine you're avoiding touching. Is that
yes,
correct? You discover a secret door over on the wall.
Secret
Woohoo!
tunnel. Secret tunnel.
Secret tunnels, secret tunnels. I think I should get Netflix just for that show.
It was a good series.
They're making a live action version
Okay, what
for
series
Netflix.
is this from?
Tartar.
Ah, okay. Yeah, one that I've never seen, but could probably, if gun to my head, probably identify several characters just based on I've gathered meme information over the time.
Oh yes. So basically, the four nations:
Yeah,
earth,
I,
air, fire, and
I,
water.
I,
It's pretty much what the elemental monk is based on.
yeah, I'm aware of that.
Anyway, any other information that Run gleans?
That's all you can get from just doing a circuit around the room without touching the salt. There's possibly more to be learned getting closer to that sarcophagus. You won't be able to investigate it without crossing the salt line.
Well, Run kind of looks to the group and shrugs. Well, the only way to get information is to dive right in.
Do I take a chance?
And please let me be the one to do this. And he walks up the wall, and he pulls out a piton and rope. As he
Give me an Arcana
stands,
check, since you're somebody that's versed in magic. Give me an Arcana check, please.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, you gotta be.
Okay, carry on.
Should I try?
I also roll an
Nothing.
Arcana check.
I'll do that too.
Yes, I will be happy to do that. Ooh, well,
Delta,
But
you
19,
do,
19 is pretty good.
yeah, Delta
Yeah.
and Sarah both. Yeah, for break that. There's probably a good reason why the circus are there. Then suddenly, with horror, Run grabbing a pizza out of his back and climbing the wall, and know that he's going to do something. The salt is the physical way of being able to tell where a visible bubble is located. He doesn't actually touch the salt or cross his legs over the salt to break the bubble or break into the plane of the
I
bubble
grab
if it's
him.
secreting something.
I
I
grab
will
him.
immediately go, whoa, run, wait, stop, don't do anything. That is actual bubble. It goes above. It's not just the salt. It's basically forms a bubble around that whole area, and if you try to do anything to tamper with it, you'll cause the whole thing to break.
Well, well, we won't know who it is, but information is key. But if we don't want to know information, let's go ahead and get out of here.
We can't see anything inside the circle though.
Yeah, man.
To realize, unless it's written on a plaque, information comes with a cost.
Um,
And that is why I said, let me be the one to look at the sarcophagus and come near.
I just say we don't and say we didn't. We get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
He
I
shrugs
just
and he goes down, and he will Or would he have found any? Or would he? Should I roll investigation check for traps on the door?
You already rolled a good investigation check just to find the door, and it's unlikely that it is. You didn't see any evidence of trapping from that when you found it in the first place.
Okay, so Run will go over and open up the door.
Alrighty.
So I will assume that the door's over here. You said.
Did you see the S that, or at least the part of the S that fell
Yes.
down? That's always the indication of
Yes.
the secret.
But yes, I figured that's the reason I was going over there or taking Run over there.
Alrighty then. Ancient cobwebs fill this narrow corridor. Its midpoint features an arched alcove. Within the alcove, a dusty bottle stands on a table. Run, you have your magic eyes up, right? That's what that blue dot is for, correct?
Yes,
Or was that a class feature, or was that a spell you cast?
that is a class feature.
Okay, so yeah, that you
An
you
Eldritch Invocation.
okay, yeah, just double checking, because yeah, you've definitely seen that magic. You know, the circle was magic as soon as you got into the room. And sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. But so you wouldn't be able to tell if anything else is also magic inside that circle, because the entire circle is gleaming with magic and a force field sort of thing. You can also tell that this urn, as you get into here.
I would like to Arcana check to possibly see what kind of spell it is.
Oh, sorry, not urn, bottle. There's basically a bottle standing there that you're pretty sure is magical. You have no idea.
You gotta be
It's like,
kidding me.
why is this like magical? But I don't understand why anybody would make a bottle magical. It doesn't make any sense.
All right. Well, with it being a magic item, the Arcana was to see if I could see what the spell was.
Yeah, you have no idea.
But
You have no idea what's
as a gnome, I get double proficiency in history on magic items as to nature and what they are used for. So that would be
well. I'm
14, 15, 16, 17, 18 actually.
Since that would have been the since that would have superseded your need to roll an Arcana check, because I was basically making you do that for that same check. We're going with the dice that you rolled, which is a natural 1. Which is a 1 plus, looks like 8, which still makes it a 9. Plus, you said like 2 more. Still, even with that, it's like you really can't. I'm struggling to figure out why anybody would put a spell on a bottle.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense to you. It's like it doesn't have gears. It doesn't have any. It's just a bottle. Who would put a spell on a bottle?
The fuck did Britney Spears just pop in my
I really want to try an Arcana check,
Christina
but I don't know
Aguilera.
anything about it though,
Okay.
so I can't do that.
Well,
In there, guys.
even though, either way, I would at least know the school of magic because of the fact of the detect
There's
magic.
no discernible school of magic. There just seems to be something magical in that bottle, or about that bottle.
Okay.
But there's no discernible school. I would have mentioned
So
mentioned school if it had been.
Uh-huh. Okay, so strong magic, no discernible school means it would be like an artifact magic.
Is there anything on the hallway?
This is that stairs that no, that's not stairs, it just dead ends.
Are you blocking the hallway run, or is allowing anybody past you as you? Because you basically looked up at this bottle and just are blinded by the magic and not seeing anything about it because you're sitting there trying to study it. Are you letting anybody by as this happens, or are you just blocking the way?
Yeah, anybody can get around me.
All right.
He's a very
I'm ju-
small individual.
Yeah, that's why
Exactly.
I was asking because it's like, timing wise, that's basically what I'm seeing. Is like you just basically walk in there, you stop, you stare, you look up there, you're blinded by the magic that's in there and are just confused about it and not paying attention to anything but the glow of the magic and trying to determine, hey, what's at school, what's this and that. Is anyone else looking at this bottle?
Hey,
Come this way,
now,
and I
now
want to
that
start investigating the wall, see if there's another secret door could maybe get us out of here.
should I can see the bottle as well.
Yeah.
Be a room for the bottle.
So I'm like, what do you see anything
Did
unusual about this bottle? Ren?
Did Asteri bring in the dance with her?
Probably, yeah.
So, like, you don't see it at first because of the darkness of this corridor. But as soon as the dancing lights start floating in, and like you see Run standing there, just lost in his own thoughts. You beat the bottle because see the glow. Instead, you see a tiny little figure waving at you.
Oh my god, it's literally a fucking genie in a bottle, isn't it?
Interesting.
What this is, oh my god. Okay,
Oh,
Jack.
who, me?
All of you, roll perception check. It's like,
This isn't
right.
the voice that I was hearing before, right?
It's like, Run. You finish your rumination about like what this bottle is and what it can be, and it's like you're still blinded by your right because everything just seems to be glowing for you, and suddenly that there's a muffled voice trying to call out to you from the bottle, going, "Hey, hey!"
One will switch from his eldritch sight to his normal sight.
And all the magic trappings drop away, and you see a small figure in the bottle waving at you. Eldritch indication.
Run Run's kind of hesitant. He does look to see what this figure may be, and so I guess roll nature.
Well, you can Arcana again.
That's what I was about to say. Could I try Arcana as well? Just
I think I rolled high enough to notice that.
I got ooh, nice.
All right.
Okay.
So you're just checking that this appears to be an earth genie. You can see what looks like
a genie.
a female humanoid, very dark skin, very richly. She is like waving at all of you, and it seems to be talking in some unknown language, potentially unknown language. Hold on one second.
Is she cute?
I always think so.
Grizz,
Yeah.
whispers. Take me to whispers.
Alrighty.
We good? Okay. You know that the I can't remember if it was Tasha's or the first one that came out, but there's a new pack with Ginny.
Yes, there is.
As a DM, because the chaos magic kind of throws a monk, even though it's kind of funny at times, does throw a monkey wrench into certain things.
This is true.
Would it be possible to create a new pact?
Maybe.
Because I have been looking over the feature for a pact with a genie, and I kind of like it. That kind of works well with the chaos motif as well. Without the chaos, without the power surge, that is. So that would be my question: is if it is possible.
It is. And thankfully for you, the one that you hack with is very understanding about people switch away from her. She doesn't come after people with a vengeance if they decide, nah, I want somebody else now.
Oh,
It's like
beautiful. Okay.
certain patrons will try to you down and kill you, abandon them. Others are like,
Oh yes, like
whatever.
Like and the undead and the fiends will definitely come after you.
For me, it's more of a character situation. Certain characters will find
I
will come
got
after.
you.
Alrighty then. Back to the rest.
Okay, let's go back.
Alrighty.
Run, don't do it. Whatever it is you're thinking about doing, don't do it.
She is trying to speak at you guys in a very voice.
Okay, so
Now she's
Actually,
starting to sound like Christopher
Run's-
Nolan's Batman.
Run's comprehend language would still
that's-
be
that's still up.
active.
She said, saying, release me this instant. I can give you much wealth.
Don't
Oh
do
God
it.
damn it!
Don't do it. If there's
We
anything we have from this
we can't
place,
understand
don't.
this. You can't understand this.
I can just see the look in Run's eyes. That's why I'm saying it. I can just see what he's thinking.
Dovin should just walk over and just pick Run up and just walk away and sit him down and ask him what's going on.
Well, um, there was a song back where and it went something like, "I'm a genie in a bottle, baby." Yeah, yeah. Anyways, that is a Earth type genie that is in that that is trapped in that bottle, and she is wanting to be released.
Little one, given everything that we've been through in this tomb right now, would releasing a genie we know nothing about seem like the best?
The one thing that I do know is, as of right now, there's no way out of this cavern except going back through that hall.
Did
And,
my investigation of
Oh,
the end of the
sorry, I
hall?
didn't even see the investigation because we're busy with the genie situation. Oh yeah. Wait,
Did you-
sorry. Where's your investigation? It was an 11.
I rolled an 11. Yeah.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't
Did
hear
you
you.
look at the other end of the hall?
You're
I
not
know
good-
you got
you're not-
immediately distracted by the genie.
You're not finding anything, Asteria.
Okay.
Just look at our options before we touch. With
She
Well,
seems irritated as she continues to pound on the inside of the bottle. She said, "Did you not hear me, mortals? Free me!"
And Run will turn to her. How good position to demand anything, are you?
This is an eyebrow.
Now settle it till.
We definitely don't want to let her out. She's gonna be pissed.
No.
So
She
as
is
you
now
noticed-
glaring at you. How dare you
Yeah.
say that to me?
Shut up. Now, as you
Let
noticed,
me out
look at this
now,
place
or you'll be
and
feeling my wrath.
Oh god.
He stops talking, walks up to her, puts a nubby finger up. You are trapped in a box, and a damn thing you can do right now. I will have a conversation with you later. Right now, the only one that can understand what you're saying is me. Got it?
Roll persuasion.
Now, they
She's still glaring at you.
that's fine. As long as she's not
Oh no.
trying to drive him nuts while he tells everyone else what's going on.
Asteria was just about to ask,
Oh no.
what are you saying? Your voice sounds like two rocks together.
Yeah. Not a there, Run.
Oh, okay. Well, well, for the lack of a better term, well, I mean, there's a very good term, but she's a rock genie, which means she would know a language called Terrian, which is a language which it sounds like stone grinding together.
Right.
Anyways,
Okay.
until I can talk to her to figure out why she's in a bottle, why is she doing here, I just want to tell you that that she chance for us to get out of here. Unless and he looks at Dovit Tunnel again.
We're in a hallway. Run, maybe you could investigate and see if you can find over here. I tried, but I'm kind of not as good at that as you are.
He gives a sigh and okay, one moment, and he starts to look around.
Grizz?
Forgot I was muted. I'm sorry. Discovered another secret
No
door
worries.
at the end
That's-
of the
that's fine.
corridor.
There's
Again
another way
now?
out without the genie, so maybe we can just go this way, leave her in her bottle. She seems a little stop. You stop at her. Let's just not.
Yeah, I just really a very bad idea. Chances are she's just gonna do something to break the seal, and we're gonna wind up in a much worse what we are right.
Lose my
Run-
dancing lights into this room.
Run
Like,
will
blow 'em.
return. Run will return to the bot. So Run does find the secret door, I guess. So he
Yes.
explains that to them, and then he goes back to the bottle. Now, I'm not one for riches. I am one for knowledge, understanding, and also right now to deal with this blasted deathmonger that has taken control of these tombs. So, question one: why are you here? Or rather, two questions: why and how did you get trapped?
I know not of which tomb you speak. I have been placed here for I don't know how long. Time has not been much of a me in this place. Free me.
Hmm.
I'm just thinking, go with no. But Asteria doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
He looks to his left. I am currently under contract with another. Unfortunately, as much as her magics do suit me, they hinder my profession and my tactics.
God.
What could you provide in return of
You
my
wish to serve me, little annoying?
annoying I may be, but efficient when capable I am.
You are not doing a very good job of it because I am still in this wretched bottle.
Reaches up and picks the.
No, don't do it, Run.
Can I cast suggestion on Run?
You can say,
I'm going to be
Go right
playing
ahead.
my instrument of the bard, so you have disadvantage on the saving throw.
actually,
Okay,
because
well.
he isn't it because he's a gnome he has advantage on charm effects
It
using
would be
magic,
a
which means it's a straight
It
It'll
would
run.
make it
be
a straight roll.
It would be a straight roll.
Yep.
You gotta beat a 17.
It would be a straight wisdom save.
What do you get? Oh, run fails.
Oh, snap.
I suggest to him that he put the bottle down and
Suggestion,
Okay.
I believe, can only be one word.
I think that. Hang on.
You can also
Just a
display
course
it.
of
We can look
No.
at it.
Command.
Oh,
A
command is
command
one
is
word.
one
Suggestion
word.
is different. Okay, suggestion. That entire thing then. Sorry, I keep confusing those two.
Okay.
My bad.
And okay, so she makes her suggestion and back and the bottle drops.
Oh God, that's.
Grab the bottle before it can fall. I believe.
Yes. I don't care if I
Michael
have
or
a
Torin are in range.
disadvantage. Who has a better athletics?
You
I
can
guess
also
Yeah.
both try to die.
What are we?
Okay. Oh boy,
Well,
this is gonna go well, but I'm gonna do it
actually,
anyway.
and
By
it's-
golly.
the
it'd
suggestion
be an
was
acrobatics
sit
check.
down.
Oh,
And you
acrobatic.
dropped- No, sorry, you already rolled. You already made. You actually made which you rolled a 5. So unless your athletics, I'm sorry, unless your acrobatics are like +10, that's not gonna help.
Well, drat.
Torin, are you?
I wish I would have rolled the acrobatics. I didn't see acrobatics.
It's thing because all it is that's the dice roll. You rolled a 5.
Oh right.
So
right.
it's just
I
changing
can't
modifiers.
use 18.
Yeah. Torin, what about you?
Am I rolling acrobatics?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh dear. This is bad.
Of course you would find a way to turn that back on me, you fucking chaos.
Really bad. The corridor fills up suddenly as the genie is silver splendor, not looking at all happy. And that is where
This
since
is
it's
gonna end
we're
bad.
at the end of the set, turn to a fight. We're gonna end it here.
Of course, good
That's
old.
why I was trying to suggest he put it down, but I should have specified put it on the fucking table.
Not drop it. Not drop
It.
it.
Dangerous dainty fight. This is gonna be fun.
Oh gosh, I knew this was gonna end bad. That's why I kept saying run. Do whatever thought you have in your mind. Don't do it. If we know anything about this place, bad idea. Don't.
Well,
no.
as he was asking it for something, I was just like, I really wish I knew what he was saying because I could cast suggestion. And then he picked up the bottle, so I'm like, oh, perfect time.
Yeah, I knew this was gonna happen.
Genie